But I'm here as well because people say this lake has some kind of mysterious, you know, some kind of mystical something about it. Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm already packed and I'm ready to leave. This place was really amazing last night. It was a wonderful sleep. I had quite the rest that I wanted. And so yeah, today's going to be a long journey, and yeah, come along. Well, I think this hotel has the best view of Masaka as a whole, as a city, and it's time to go. It's time to head to Rakai. That will be over 64 kilometers. All right. Alright, I found it. See you again. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new adventure. And yeah, we're gonna go places today. Starting in Rakai. There is a place I want to visit in Rakai. As you can see, we're still in Masaka city. Gonna find an exit out of the city. It rained heavily last night and I was worried it was gonna spoil the whole experience for today, and it quickly stopped. So I think it's all good for now. It doesn't look too good where I'm going. I don't know. I'm really not sure what's going to happen because it looks like the clouds are gathering once again, and I don't know. I really don't want to put on the jackets right now because it's I saw the forecast and it's going to be a shiny day. It's going to be a sunny day, and I don't want to get inconvenienced by all the gear, but I don't know. It really looks like it's going to rain. Let's hope not. Well, the road to Rakai from Masaka starts off like this. It's quite a special one. And yeah, and I've been reading about some of the conditions of the roads in Rakai. Apparently Rakai has no tarmac roads. I don't know how true that is, but I'll find out. And I must say, I really loved the hotel. The hotel was really amazing, that Zebra Hotel. It was my first time there, and it was a really nice experience. It was a very quiet, very peaceful, very nice bed. I enjoyed my sleep. If I ever go back to Masaka, it will definitely be my first choice. The staff was really friendly, and well, the gatekeeper was a champion, man. The guy was really friendly as well, and yeah, and it had a really nice view of the city, as you could see. So definitely construction going on, and looks like there's progress. Yeah, but the road is still bumpy as well. But it's a nice track. Now this road is quite slippery in some sections because you can see if it even a slight drizzle will make cars have a little difficulty. Like for example, this one, it's fully loaded, and you can see it's stuck. It's a slippery surface. You just have to be careful when you're using this road. There's some of the construction vehicles that are on site. You can see the progress is ongoing. But I really wish they could do this job a little faster, because this road will be a total disaster once it rains. Well, you won't believe it, but there was a section where there was actually some tarmac, and I was a bit happy that I could join the tarmac, but it was short-lived. So I'm guessing the majority of the journey is going to be like this. And yeah, I decided to follow these borders because I think out of experience they know the smoothest routes, because I tried to ride in the middle, but as it turned out, the middle had so many bumps, and it looks like these guys know the smoother routes, and I can say I'm trailing them. And definitely looks like a holiday. Well, it looks like I've arrived in Kyotera district. I mean, so that means Kyotera also has no tarmac roads anyway, but I thought it was only Rakai. But hey, what a ride, eh? What a ride. I'm loving all this so far. I think I'll slow down here just to soak this in. I mean, just look at the view. It's quite beautiful, eh? You can see where the sun is. That's a small patch of ground where there's the sunshine. It's beautiful, eh? It's really beautiful. But I must remind you that once it rains, these roads are probably going to be impassable. But as you can see, we are still in Kyotera, and this is a lovely view. But it looks like the clouds have burst over there, and I don't know. I think it's going to be a wise show for me to put on my gear at the moment, because it looks like it's raining up ahead, and it will be quite foolish of me not to suit up when I can, just to avoid all the problems. That's for sure. I think it's better safe than sorry. I've been here before, so I know what it means to slack. And in the middle of nowhere, you're caught up in a rainstorm. Well, the forecast says it's going to be shine, full of sunshine and all that, but it's just better safe than sorry. So let's go on with the journey. So let's get going. I didn't forget to put my watch on the handlebar, because it really helps me a lot that I'm able to tell the time when I'm riding, rather than always checking the phone. So we are 42 kilometers from our first stopover. Let's get going. As you can see, I think it was because of the dust that they all left. I mean, all the people that are selling vegetables over there, I think they all left because of the dust. I've been seeing so many of these trucks on the road so far. I think they're all involved in the construction. Well, progress is a bit slow, but it is happening. I think here as well, like on Masaka Road, they're trying to create probably some kind of bridge that will take the water during the rainy season, because the whole area is a swamp, so I think water has to cross freely, otherwise it will wash away the road. It's bumpy. Okay. Bye bye, big man. You're not going to shower with dust today. Not today, boss, not today. It looks like it reached a small settlement. Perhaps a big town, because well, the Mara road can be deceptive, because this is actually a town And yeah, it looks like it's a major one. Not sure about the name of the town. Let me just check the signpost and see. But oh yeah, we're seeing Kyotera actually. I think this is Kyotera's main spot. It's a small, vibrant town. Oh, still in Kyotera. Okay, I think I've had enough of this one. Right, he decided to accelerate as I was overtaking, and that's quite childish, but look at these potholes. Just busy dodging potholes. But yeah, I think this is Kyotera proper. Okay. This is Kyotera proper. This must be the main city of Kyotera. You can see all the banks are here and all the telecoms. And all the big hotels. Oh, this road, so full of potholes. I'm going to try and look for a place where I can have some breakfast, because I didn't have breakfast and feeling a bit hungry. See to get something. So I don't know what else to have for me. I'm really hungry and I need a nice restaurant. I don't want to try the street food at this time, because that will be too early in the journey. I don't want to get any complications, but okay. Let's see. I think I've seen something. Just go around. Okay, I think I'll enter from here. A good spot. I know this will do. Yeah, so I have the bike parked there and I have the tap here dry, because I covered the bike last night and it rained quite heavily. So I need to dry out, and yeah, here's my breakfast. Okay, let's go. So the road out of Kyotera is a bit decent, and at the moment I'm exiting Kyotera. My next point is Rakai. Hope must never die. Wow, that is a good one, chicken. So I think I'm heading to a small forest. I don't know, maybe I'll see some monkeys. Well, and I forgot to mention at the hotel where I was staying, at Zebra Hotel in Masaka, there were monkeys playing in the morning. I was able to see them through the window, through the back window. They're playing with the trees nearby, and it was a lovely sight to see. So on either side there are forests. I think it's probably eucalyptus that has been planted, but hey, welcome to Rakai. All right, welcome to Rakai. Finally made it to Rakai. Well, as you can see, signpost is over there. Welcome to Rakai. All right, this is another major stop, and let's proceed. So as you might notice, I'm still wearing my waterproofs because the dust from Kyotera was quite epic, and I needed to protect myself from that as well. But the rain as well, because it rained quite a bit, and I just missed the rain, I think, by a few kilometers. But anyway, now I understand that Rakai has no tarmac roads. I'm yet to find out for sure, but that is the entrance of Rakai. And so far I'm seeing there's a tarmac road here, but I don't know, because the place I want to go, continuing up to Isinjiro district, I understand it's a pretty terrible road. So I'll keep this on until I can confirm that there's no more dust. And yeah, we shall be good to go. Now Rakai is the home to the Kochi people, the Kochi tribe. And this is basically their kingdom, and this is their land. So the majority of people here speak the Kochi language, but it's quite similar to Uganda, and there's still quite some disagreements between the kingdom of Buganda and the Kochi. It looks like today is the day for holidays for the school children, because I've been seeing so many of these bodabodas carrying these children back, I think, to their homes. I didn't know. Well, what can I say? It looks like we're now in Rakai proper. As they told me, Rakai doesn't have tarmac, and from the looks of it, I think they were right, because I'm now headed to the Rakai main city, and it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully I find out something different. So this is Rakai. As you can see, it has quite an amazing landscape. It's quite unique. I mean, I haven't seen anything like it. But you know, Rakai is a special case because long time ago there were some natural earth formations, something called downwarping, that caused some of the water bodies to form in Rakai, and that's one of the places I want to go and check out. As you can see, there's this whole warp, some kind of I think the same process must have happened here. I mean, like, whole landscape sinking. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is what really happened. And Rakai, I think, is a good example of what downwarping could possibly look like. Well, it took me a while to get this road sorted out. I mean, I was totally lost in Rakai, because I thought the route starts from Rakai town itself, but it's a real detour for sure. But I think now I'm on the right track. Okay. Actually, we're almost there. Wow. water crossing. Easy peasy. So let's get up this hill. Nice one. Oh wow, I think you can have a good look at that one. This is one truly mysterious lake, and that's what I wanted to see for myself, because I've heard so much about this lake and I'm surely interested in knowing much more about the lake. So I think I'll park the bike right here. Don't go too far, and that is it. Well, it's been a ride, yeah? It's been a ride. So finally we're here in Rakai district, to this lake that I wanted to show you guys. As I said before, this region is home to the people of the Kwachi tribe. And apparently they do believe that this lake has some kind of mystical properties, some kind of mystical origins. And yeah, as one of them say that this lake, according to them, the lake just appeared. And you know, just a working of some kind of miracle. It just appeared from out of nowhere. So the true origins of this lake, from what I understand, is it's not a, I mean, okay, I cannot dismiss the claims by the Kwachi people that this is some kind of miracle, but the true origins are that this lake is considered a warped lake, formed after the downwarping of the Earth's crust in the region. So like this whole area, you can notice there are hills all around, and what happened was that this place just sank. So when it sank below some of the other rivers that were flowing out of this area, it forced the rivers to backflow. So that water coming back is what formed this lake, Kijanebalola. But the same process that actually formed other lakes like Lake Mburo. I think you've all heard of Lake Mburo National Park. So that lake as well was formed by downwarping. I mean, the earth just sank and all the rivers flowed backwards, and that's what happened. Okay. So we shall take a short hike, see other parts of the lake. In Rakai, this is the biggest lake. But I'm here as well because people say this lake has some kind of mysterious, you know, some kind of mystical something about it. And usually you find people in such places maybe performing some cultural ceremonies or what, but I'm surprised that this place doesn't have that kind of stuff going on. See, there's a national water pipes. I think this is where they draw water for Rakai. I don't know what this is called, but I just find them interesting. These plants. I don't know what they're called, but they're quite interesting, quite unique. That, right? And they're all over the place. So I'm not so sure if this place has fish, but yeah. On the other hand, is quite a tragic story that happened here. Actually, too, because a few years ago this lake actually flooded, and so many people are affected. It busted banks, and I think people surrounding the place, which are in areas that are a bit low-lying, were quite affected. So yeah, just a bit of wildlife in this area. I think that's a heron or some kind, but I've seen a bird before, just not sure what the name is. So, a few years ago actually, this lake also dried up. I mean, you can imagine the size of 10 football pitches just drying up overnight, and the fishermen were left stranded. So you can imagine it was a real horror show for most of their livelihoods, that they couldn't fish anymore. I mean, the whole place, the size of 10 football pitches just dried up overnight and they couldn't fish anymore. It's quite tragic for them as well. Hope they found something else to do. That's why for this case, I think you can only see one lone fisherman over there, because I think most of them decided to do something else instead of fishing, because there's no hope anymore for this kind of work. So I'd like to cross over there, but just not sure about that. Ground looks a bit sketchy. It's a bit soft underneath my feet. I don't want to get an accident here. Well, I think that's it for the lake Kijanebalola. There's obviously wedding behind me at this beach, and I think another time I'll pass by and see the place. So excuse me for that noise, but if you love the episode, please give me a like, subscribe down below, and leave a comment so that I can know what you thought about the whole trip. And yeah, if you're always going to come to Rakai, you can always pass by and see this lake. It's full of mystery, and it looks beautiful to me. But I'll see you again in the next episode. And greetings to all people from Rakai. You have an awesome place, and hope to see you again. Alright, it's time to leave this place and head over to Isingiro, because there's something I want to see in Isingiro, something interesting as well.